AJ, you can get 5th and 6th tier spirits influencing us negatively.
And a 6th tier spirit certainly can influence you negatively. So he may be perfect on the natural love path, but what's he going to influence you to do? He wants to influence you to not be on the divine love path, because he actually believes there's no such thing as a divine love path. He thinks it's all a figment of everyone's imagination. So what's he going to influence you to do? He's going to influence you to think, no, go back on the natural love path, go back on the intellectual development, go back on the moral development, but don't do this divine love stuff. That's all crap from his point of view. So a 6th tier spirit can heavily influence you. I once had a conversation with myself and Mary just talking about this earlier, where in Greece there was this lady directly opposite me in this group. We were in this group and this lady directly opposite me. She sat directly opposite me because she was actually told by her spirits to sit directly opposite me. She had 3 natural love spirits, very highly developed natural love spirits, feeding her constant questions and information in order to try to disprove to me and to the rest of the group that the divine love path didn't exist. And she stayed in that state all of the afternoon. Now, when she left, there were 3 mediums who could clairvoyantly see spirits in the audience as well. And they came up to me afterwards, they said, did you notice there were 3 spirits talking to her? They were telling her everything to say and she didn't even know. Because it mirrored her beliefs. It all mirrored her beliefs, so she didn't even understand she was being influenced. So this is the thing to bear in mind, is that even a spirit who's in the 6th tier can influence you to get away from your connection with God. And remember, this is what this is all about. The divine love path is all about becoming at one with God. So spirits in any level can influence you. Usually the spirits in the lower levels influence you in anger and rage and those kind of doubt, fear and all those kind of emotions. Or they influence you morally. So in other words, they see a little Achilles heel, a moral Achilles heel that you have, and it might be, for instance, for a male, it might be that he just notices every woman that he sees sexually. That might be an emotion that's in him, right? And a spirit surrounding will see that, and if they're in the 1st tier and they want him to have sexual experiences which they can share in, they will influence that moral imperfection, if you like, that's existing within him. And they will influence that as much as they can. What will have to happen for him? He will have to grow to a point where he no longer wants unloving transactions with women before that influence will stop. Does that make sense? Once he stops having unloving transactions with women, what will happen? No longer that spirit will be able to influence him, and they'll go and find someone else to influence generally.